Good morning, everybody. We are out here on Albuquerque's west side in Cynthia Borrego's City Council District. I think most recognizably, we're right at Cottonwood Mall. And we're here to talk about the extension of the art project with our ARTx expansion program. And we also said that we wanted to make art helpful to all of Albuquerque, not just everyone on Central. And so this is the biggest example of that. This is also a little bit of a farewell to a dated old program that did a lot of good work for 11 years, the Rapid Ride program. And so we're merging art and the Rapid Ride through ARTx. And we'll see where ARTx goes, but in the future it may even include different things around Balloon Fiesta, special events, isotopes, and so forth. But that's down the road. Right now we're just here to talk about how you can go from Cottonwood to Coronado on the art route and on an art bus. Just by way of some facts with respect to this, the 790 blue line for transit riders, everyone knows sort of the color and the number of the route. It really served its purpose for over 11 years, taking riders from the west side of Albuquerque, and also everyone who lives in Rio Rancho drives right down the hill and gets into the Albuquerque system here. So this is also really a nod to our neighbors in Rio Rancho and how we connect them with an Albuquerque Metro bus system. And so from here, most folks go to sort of UNM and CNM. That's really what this route's designed for. It does, I believe, pass through Old Town, so we get a connection there too. Now, with us, it's time for an upgrade. And we're launching ARTx today. That old 790 route is going to become part of the ART system with newer buses, also buses that have Wi-Fi and a lot more room for bikes. This was something we heard loud and clear from our riders over the years. So we're formally making this route now part of the ART system with its branding and also as an extension of just connecting the ART route to make it easier and faster to get around transit in Albuquerque. Okay, now this program also involves no new construction. So we believe really the flexibility and usage for art going forward is all about not having that sort of construction heavy implementation. Now ARTx is going to run now from UNM at Central Avenue to University Boulevard, then west on Lomas, then north on Rio Grande. Again, that Lomas piece is important for other parts of UNM, such as the medical center area. And then of course down to Rio Grande where it connects to Old Town and our sort of tourism sector. And then of course hops on Coors and connects everyone on Coors all the way over here to Cottonwood Mall.
Proud to be here, proud to announce the expansion of the art program. Starting tomorrow, Saturday, our ARTx program will be running. Buses were running from Cottonwood Mall, actually from the Northwest Transit Center to UNM, so we're excited to announce that. As the mayor mentioned, we have some brand new signs that are going to be going up along the art route. They're right behind me. The Route 790 route, they're going to be going up in the next few days to the next week. We'll be getting some new signage up. Our bus stop maintenance crew is doing a fantastic job with getting these places painted, the signs up. Our maintenance guys making sure our buses are running and they're able to work. So we're excited about this program. We're excited about what it's going to do and how we can continue to connect folks from the west side to folks down at UNM, CNM, and downtown. I think it's going to be a nice service, a nice addition to the art program, and we're excited about what it's going to bring to the folks up here on the west side.
We talked a lot about connections between the region and between the communities. In this particular case, not just the west side part of Albuquerque, but also the Rio Rancho area, etc. And this route does exactly that. It's a regional route that's actually funded through the tax that folks are paying for, that runs the Rail Runner and runs a lot of the regional bus systems in this region of New Mexico. And so this particular route is extremely important because it is a major commuter route. And that's part of the whole regional system and the connecting of the communities so that we can alleviate the issues that we see on many of the river crossings in the Albuquerque area. And we're continuing to work on expanding the transit system so that we can, at some point in the future, look at corridors along some of our river crossings to connect the west side and the east side, but also to connect Rio Rancho and the communities to the north with Albuquerque. Let me just say a little bit more about this particular project. As the mayor described, connecting art to the rest of the community is really a major a major initiative, and really, quite frankly, a conversation that the mayor and I have had over some time as it relates to the perspective of how art is embraced by the community. Interestingly enough, these buses are the same identical buses, as the mayor said, as we're running in the art corridor. And the beauty of that is that as we move through a system of the rapid ride, or what was the rapid ride before, and now the new ARTx, is that we're able to use these vehicles interchangeably in the corridor. And that is a big plus for us, because many years ago we started getting into these specialized vehicles like the old rapid ride that only has applicability only in certain corridors of the city. Now this bus can be used all along the corridor of Central, this corridor here, and maybe future corridors as we expand the ARTx concept to the rest of the city. And of course, I would also say that the design and the appearance of the buses really, I think, is really a cool thing for the community as well. This is really a cool project, and I just want to thank Danny and his staff and the staff at ABQ Ride for all the work they've done. And also I would give a shout out to our folks at the Municipal Development Department, part of this improving art and making it safer with all the work that we've done on Central and all the work we'll continue to do to bring some canopies up and do some other work is really a team effort amongst many city departments. And again, under the mayor's leadership about One Albuquerque, it also includes making sure that all our departments are working hand in hand with each other. And this is a result of success when you put everybody's hands together and say we can do this and make it better.
Also, I want to mention one fun thing for folks who get on this route is eventually once you get to Central, it is faster than the old rapid ride because they're able to use the dedicated lanes and so forth. So we were also able in this project to speed up the commute time from the west side in because of that aspect. We needed flexibility in our buses, meaning doors on both sides, and to be able to work either electric, hybrid, or otherwise. And so this is something we could not have done this. It's yet another thing we could not have done with those old buses. And so again, that's why we invested in these buses. And as a reminder, we have a plan to phase in our smaller buses to electric over time as they age out. Lastly, the rapid ride buses are aged out. So we're doing this at their depreciable age and so forth. So just to note, we would have had to buy new rapid ride buses anyway. So you can see it's just much more practical and good operations to might as well just buy these art buses that work in both ways. And so that's what we mean when we say a flexible route infrastructure.
Thank you to our transit director, to our transit drivers, to our maintenance of transit, and everyone who's made this happen. Thank you to Mr. Royale and Mr. Holcomb. What a great day to be out in the sun. It's a beautiful day in Albuquerque, and we had a dream about how transit would work in Albuquerque. And on this day, we're starting to see that come to actual fruition. We talked then about linkages and connecting our communities. And as our city grows, it's even more important to see that those connections happen. You know, our city, as we're struggling through the growth pains that we've experienced, we're starting to see the light of bringing people together and bringing communities together. And great cities are built on those connections. And Albuquerque is a great city. We've always known that, and it's just becoming a better place to live. I'm really excited to welcome everybody here today to District 5, which is right on the edge of Rio Rancho. And I've had the pleasure of working both with Mayor Keller and Mayor Hall to ensure that we look at our city in this area as more of a regional hub. And this connection with this bus behind me creates that regional feel, which helps with our economic development. And it helps as we start to look to bring different types of companies into Albuquerque. So all of these connections, not just for economic development, but also for education, because this particular route will now connect to UNM, which will help my constituents way out here on the Northwest and the Rio Rancho folks actually make those connections to be able to ensure opportunity and success.
Good job, all of you. Make us all proud.